Such militaristic and pro-war rhetoric is increasingly heard from European capitals.
In Russia, there are no supporters.
Any conspiracy from NATO, but we are forced, we must take measures to ensure our interests. This is because right now we are in such a
Militaristic rhetoric.
Here, probably such statements will best reflect the situation.
The Turkish media, citing Lavrov, reports that a meeting with the Russian delegation on prisoner exchange is planned in Istanbul. Dmitry Sergeyevich, could you confirm this? Is such a meeting really being prepared? And is there a date when it might take place? And who will lead the Russian delegation?
No, at the moment I have nothing to report on this. Regarding the prisoner exchange, indeed, there are contacts at the expert level. The conversation continues. I will not give you specifics right now. It is unlikely that we can predict when these conditions will occur, although, of course, we are all interested in ensuring that these conditions occur sooner rather than later. But also, as you know, who made statements from mouth to ear? From Moscow, statements have repeatedly been made confirming our understanding that any summit must be effective, and the effectiveness of the summit is the subject of meticulous, thorough preparation. Therefore, as soon as the preparation is completed and the conditions for holding the summit are created, we hope it will take place. You see that actually responses to such actions of the Kiev regime are carried out on a regular basis, and our military they are working on military and quasi-military targets related to energy infrastructure and continue this work. As for stops, then in fact there is the necessary potential for elimination of all recent tracking in a short time frame and resumption of all export shipping activities.
The German defense minister stated that a war between NATO and Russia could start as early as the year 2028 and possibly that Europe has already had its last peaceful summer. He noted that initially the conflict was supposed to start in 2029. Does the Kremlin take all these scare tactics seriously? And secondly, according to the Kremlin, who might be destined for the fate of a new political NATO after Ukraine?
Such militaristic and pro-war rhetoric is increasingly heard from European capitals.
You know that in Russia, there are no supporters.
Any conspiracy from NATO, but we are forced, we must take measures to ensure our interests. This is because right now we are in such a
militaristic rhetoric.
Here, probably such statements will best reflect the situation.
Donald Trump said that any country doing business with Russia will face severe sanctions. He allows for the inclusion of Iran in this list. What is the Kremlin's reaction to these statements?
Well, he didn't say it like that. He was asked if he supports such a bill that is underway. He said yes, we will see how this bill progresses. and we will see what details will be discussed there. We would, of course, react extremely negatively to this.